Hey guys, Jonathan here, bringing my top 200 favorite albums of all time. We're at number 3. It belongs to Madonna's Like a Prayer. This is definitely my favorite Madonna album, and I think that it was the best album released in the 1980s. And I really especially like, how she makes this a very personal record. I think that this was the first one that she really took seriously. And although True Blue definitely had its highlights, this one was thoroughly serious and was thoroughly a piece of pop art. And I really like how she kind of, incorporated all sorts of genres into this. She used pop, gospel, rock, R&B, New Jack Swing, and a myriad of other ones, and she really blended it into a perfectly crafted pop record. I definitely like how poignant she is on a lot of the songs as well, so you can really just hear Madonna being very introspective and, digging into the darkest, realms of her soul, so I definitely enjoy that as well. My favorite song on the album is definitely the title track. It's just probably one of the most diverse pop songs ever recorded. It has hints of gospel, R&B, pop, rock, dance, you name it, it's got it. And I really like how it's a little bit sacrilegious, and it definitely has some double entendres with I'm down on my knees, I'm gonna take you there. Madonna, you are such a sneaky little dirty thing, aren't you?
Just like a prayer, your voice can take me there. Just like the muse to me, you are a mystery. Just like a dream, you are not what you see.
It is interesting that I love Express Yourself because I usually don't like feminist anthems, but there's something just really great about this. It's very empowering, and I think that it definitely is just a very powerful song. It's just, it has a very great clashing beat throughout it, and I just think that she really dominates on the song. Her vocals are definitely top-notch, and I definitely love that line, satin sheets are very romantic, but what happens when you're not in bed? So I kind of like that, it escapes materialism and everything, so it's definitely, a very good message, and it is, one of the few feminist songs that I do like. Upon this album's release, she definitely was dealing with her divorce with Sean Penn, and I think Till Death Do Us Part really is a very poignant picture into, what was occurring throughout the relationship. But interestingly enough, it is supplied by this little quirky little video game sounding background, but, it's still a cool song, and, when you listen to the lyrics, you're like, whoa, I had no idea that shit was going on. I think that one of the most difficult songs for her to record was definitely Promise to Try, because she really does sound like she's crying on it, because it's about her mother. Her mother died when she was 6 years old, and it's definitely a very poignant and sad song, and you definitely can hear the raw emotion through her vocals.
Keep your head held high, ride like the wind. Never look behind, life isn't fair.
And she definitely goes back to that kind of True Blue 60s girl group kind of sound on the song Cherish. And this song will definitely get stuck in your head. I remember I did a reenactment of the Cherish video, and my friend Rachel and I went down to Malibu to film it. We actually filmed it at Paradise Cove, where it was filmed. And Rachel said she couldn't get Cherish out of her head. So, and the same thing happened to me. So I'm sorry, Rachel, but guess what? It's just that catchy of a song. It was very interesting that she made kind of a children's song, and that's Dear Jessie. It just has these, very childlike lyrics, pink elephants and lemonade. It's very magical. It's a very, different song from Madonna, for sure.
Pink elephants and lemonade, dear Jessie, hear the laughter running through the love parade. Candy kisses and a sunny day, dear Jessie, see the roses raining on the love parade.
One of of her most compelling performances is definitely "Oh Father." I just think that it's just, probably one of the most poignant songs she's ever created, and it definitely details the tumultuous relationship she had with her father growing up, and she also just kind of, I think that she was a little inspired by, the tumultuous relationship she had with Sean Penn. I think that helped her reflect on her own relationship with her father, and it's just kind of interesting how she created such, a great pop gem. I mean, it's a very heartbreaking song.
Oh, Father, I have sinned. You can't hurt me now. I got away from you. I never thought I would.
You can definitely hear the New Jack Swing influences on the song Keep Together. It just has these really great clashing beats, and, it's definitely a really good kind of like, cranking beat to it as well. I really like how she definitely brings back, that Latin influence, those Latin influence songs, and that it's definitely present on the song Spanish Eyes. Kind of has a little bit of a religious erotic theme to it, and that's definitely was true on Like a Prayer, so it's very appropriate to put Spanish Eyes on this album as well.
On my pillow, and if there is a Christ, he'll come tonight to pray for Spanish eyes. And if I have nothing.
Madonna's Like a Prayer is definitely her best album, and it is the highlight of her career. I think that she really, made a great personal record that also resonated with audiences because it was very popular, and I think that it's definitely one of the albums that received universal acclaim. So even if you're not a Madonna fan, you can't help but love Like a Prayer, or at least the Like a Prayer single. But still, this album is just absolutely incredible. It covers a lot of different genres and is extremely diverse, and it definitely is my favorite album of the 1980s. So Madonna's Like a Prayer is my number 3 favorite album of all time. Stick around, we just got 2 more.